Hello everyone, good morning. We're going to be working on review of Eureka, Module 5, Lessons 5 to 8. So today we're going to be going through these lessons, reviewing them. It's a review, and then you'll take your Google form quiz. So the whole point of these reviews is to really focus on understanding what you learned throughout the week. This is going to help you with your quiz, help you retain the information so that you can do well on your Google quiz. On your quiz, you're going to see something like this, where you have a tape diagram, or you have a tape diagram here, and we're saying that we're cutting it in 2 rows. All right. So following that, we know that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5, and there's 1 shaded in. So it's 1/5. However, they want us to cut this in 2 times. They want to cut it right in half, 2 rows. Okay? Now, our fraction has changed. Our fraction has changed from 1/5 to, instead, we are focusing on multiplying this times 2, and now we get our equivalent fraction, 2/10, right? So now this is 2/10. There are 2 shaded in, and there's 10 total. So this would be considered an equivalent fraction. You're going to be working on finding equivalent fractions throughout your time today in your Google form quiz. So just remember, we're drawing horizontal lines to decompose this rectangle so we can find equivalent fractions, fractions that are equivalent. Next, we're going to be looking at multiplication and looking at number sentences. So we have to look at this tape diagram here and decompose and use as a multiplication sentence. So, for example, in our original tape diagram, we have this fully shaded, and we know that this is a half. However, it's decomposed 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it's decomposed 4 times. So that means we need to make a sentence that models that decomposition. And we have it here. So times 4, it would be 4/8. And that's true, because we have 4 shaded in now, and we have 8 altogether. So it used to be 1/2. Now it's 4/8. These are equivalent fractions. They're both the same at 1/2. Let's look at this one, for example. You kind of have to look past it, right? Just like what we did before. We are just shading in. It is 1/2 again. All right, it is 1/2 again. However, it is decomposed. What is it? How many is it decomposed? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's decomposed 5 times, because we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So times 5, and now our decomposition is 5/10. Okay, 5/10. 1/2, 5/10, same thing. It is still a half. 1/2, 4/8, still a half. These are equivalent fractions. So you might have to do this and look at tape diagrams and know, and looking at a multiplication sentence, that they're equivalent. And for your last problem for this Google form quiz, you'll see something very similar to our area model, where we have to decompose and make a multiplication sentence out of its original form. So if we go to its original form here, we can see that it once was it once was filled in all the way. All right, look at that. Perfect. And it once was filled up where we have 3/4. 3/4. And this is where it can get tricky, but we can see here that they cut it into thirds. They cut it into thirds, decomposing, so we multiply by 3, and now we have 9/12. Okay, so you'll see something like this, very similar on your Google Form quiz, where you are decomposing into smaller units, multiplying by thirds. Okay, so I hope that this was simple for you and it made sense. Hope that this review was helpful for what you'll see on your Google Form quiz.